Hi everyone, my name's Clark Bryan and I'm the Executive and Artistic Director of the Aeolian.
And I'm Bryan Gloyd, the General Manager.
And
it is the end of the year, 2023's history. We're off on a new adventure. But let's talk about this year.
it was easy peasy, right?
Yeah, no problems at all.
We just sit back and we decide, oh, let's pick that show and just watch the money roll in. That's basically how it works.
Sometimes we work without a net.
Seriously, it has been quite a challenging year for us with the construction. You may remember London has had construction pretty much everywhere. For the good portion of the year,
we tax dollars at work.
Yeah, we could hardly get to the hall. And I'm sure you could barely get to the hall, and maybe some of you even gave up going to the hall. So that was one thing. And of course, the economy is not so great. The industry costs, unfortunately, keep going up. So that was another challenge for us. And of course, we have things like the stresses on our streets, which is an ongoing challenge for everyone in the city. And I guess, the biggest thing that is still lingering from the past few years is that whole hesitancy from some, to come out because of COVID. I mean, people are still getting it and getting quite sick from it. So those were the challenges this year, but we rose to it, and
we had some great moments. Right?
Yeah, we had some wonderful production, and our programs ran full tilt. And what were some highlights for you?
Well, I'm just looking back on the shows. Do classical first. Chanticleer was one of the top performers, one of the top events.
I'm glad you said that. Well, since I'm the classical guy.
Because I get to talk about jazz later.
Chanticleer was a lifetime dream for me to bring to the hall, and certainly they didn't let us down. I know one of my friends who was there said that he thought it was the very best male ensemble that he had ever heard in his life. And if you didn't get to hear them, next time. But that was a really amazing thing for me.
We had a busy October, classically, right? We had Jan Martounen in.
That's right.
We had Kuntar.
Kuntar was, France. World music, and from France it was Algerian-inspired music. And we, of course, back a little bit, we had our jazz festival.
Back up a couple months, we had a great lineup, a great headliner lineup this year. Molly Johnson. Monkey House was here. Sammy Jackson, Elena Cuevas, Holly Cole was the one who ended the week with us.
Mm-hmm. Sammy Jackson, and you said Monkey House.
Yeah, Monkey House.
Monkey House was amazing too.
So we had a great run on jazz, the Jazz Festival week. That was in August.
Amazing, and we're looking forward to this year's festival, of course. And stay tuned for that. We'll be letting you know about that soon.
In June this year, we're moving up a little bit.
We're going to move it up again. We're experimenting with time frames to see what works. Everybody's so busy these days. It's really hard to tell what time frame works well, but we try not to conflict with other things that are going on as best as we can. And we have had quite a year of our programs. Starting out in January, we moved to our new facility at First St. Andrew's Church. For our education campus. And it's not only our El Sistema Aeolian program, but also our Aeolian Pride Choruses program. Mm-hmm. And the El Sistema program has over 130 participants right now, with quite a waiting list. So we're back to even more than pre-pandemic numbers there. They are just making so much music. It's really incredible. You should come out sometime and see them in action. Ages 6 to 18, 19. They are playing music of all kinds, and there's nothing cuter than the little ones. We have, I think, 4 beginner groups where the average age is something like 7, with their tiny little violins, learning the very basics, and looking forward to their time to join the main program. But that has been a wonderful year for us.
And Pride Chorus?
And Aeolian Pride
Has
Choruses,
expanded?
yeah, we've expanded. Used to be called Pride Men's Chorus London, and now we're open to all voices and all identities. And it's been really amazing to watch, the diversity come together in our city and celebrate, through music, how we can change lives and hearts. What else?
Well, I think our volunteer list has expanded somewhat. We have now someone who's capable of doing electrical and all those odd jobs, those little fix-it jobs that you think somebody should do something about that. We have somebody there.
There's a lot of those jobs with the 1883 building, right? Being a charity and of course running a lot of free programs, there's not like this huge amount of cash sitting around to do all these little things. So we want to thank our volunteers for all of their help this year in every single level. So for example, in the kitchen at El Sistema, preparing the meals, to of course running our shows, helping out with our buildings, as you mentioned, helping be advocates and getting the word out about our concerts, and the list goes on and on and on. They're really quite amazing people. And we discovered quite a few of them actually have been around for over 15 years. One of them, I remember, was there in 2005, so that'd be my second year after I bought the hall. And they're so dedicated, and really the Aeolian is only successful because of the dedication of our volunteers and the community that supports us.
And I think the big thing this year is that with all the challenges, like who knew 5 years ago what we'd be up against in terms of post-pandemic inflation, all the things that are going on, the changes on the street, the construction all of a sudden going on all around us, that the Aeolian has, in all its programs, continued to move forward and expand. And to me, that's really amazing that we could do it in spite of the challenges.
Another thing we did this year again is our songwriting competition, and the winners will be announced very shortly on that. I'm just waiting for another judge to come through with their results. And it was exciting to see some songs not only from London, Ontario, but also, of course, more broadly across the country. We also had, just at the very end of December, thanks to some support from the London Arts Council, an artist in residency program called Sounding Board. And we didn't have a lot of money, but we had a little bit to record 5 artists and do photo shoots, give them some consultation, not only from our staff, but also from experts in the field. And we're looking forward to showcasing some of their work very shortly. So stay tuned for that.
So there's lots of work ahead. January and February are usually very quiet months in terms of production. Things don't really start to move till early spring, but we have a few. So what we tend to do is kind of hunker down and get through that and get our work done, so we can be up and running.
What are you talking about?
We're back to fixing stuff, I think.
Fixing stuff, getting caught up and preparing.
Yeah.
We actually have 3 series starting in January.
That's true.
So we have a classical series, and that will run over 6 concerts to June. And we have a jazz series, and we have one for the Pride community as well. So we're really looking forward to announcing that very shortly and getting those tickets on sale. Some really exciting artists we're presenting, and some of them will be in the intimate venues downstairs, and some will be up in the main hall. So stay tuned for that. What else?
That's pretty much it. I'm just counting the days till spring.
Well, Peter Carl's going to be playing like within a week or something,
He plays
right?
on January 5th.
Yes. So
A Radiohead tribute. Peter's great. Has such a great group of musicians around him to make that show work. And so he's in on January 5th.
so talented.
Yeah.
But come to our website, aeolianhall.ca, and see what's coming up. The other thing we wanted to do is just really thank all of you so much for all of your support this year. We just have a little bit to go yet to make our budget, just a tiny bit, and we are very confident that we can get there, And, without you, there would be no Aeolian. The Aeolian is a Canadian registered charity, nonprofit, and we rely on the support of our community to make up for, all of the craziness in the world, all of these factors that make it really difficult to make a lot of profit, make a lot of profit off of concerts in a 300-seat venue. But it is certainly the favorite venue of so many, and has been called historic and legendary, and we want to keep it going for another 100 and I don't know how many years now. It's like 130 something years. Anyway, I can't do the math, but it's definitely a cultural beacon in our city, and we feel very privileged to try to lead it, and very honored that you chose to support us. But as I said, we still have a little bit to go, and if you can help, or if you know somebody who can help, we'd greatly appreciate that. Of course, tax receipts for any donation, $20 or more. And besides that, best wishes for the year ahead.
We're off on a new year.
And, we hope it's filled with joy. We hope it's filled with fulfillment.
Contentment.
Contentment and fulfillment, that you're on your right journey, and that we can get through all of these challenges that the world has. And the catalyst, I think, that will really help with all of us with that is music. Music is something that just can lift us out of all of our troubles and give us that vision for the future. And we're very passionate about it, aren't we?
Sure are.
Yeah.
Sure are. Yeah.
So thank you, and happy 2024 for all of you.
Happy New Year.
Thank you.